Hi friends, welcome back to another Microsoft Word tutorial, and today is the second day and we are basically gonna learn about the Microsoft Word interface. Now before you do anything with Microsoft Word, you need to know what is where, what is this interface all about. So the first interface, we're gonna talk about the title bar. Now the title bar is this area. This is where the title of your document goes. So when you change the title of your doc, you should be able to see it right here. Now also the title bar has this search icon, and then also it has your account, that is if you're logged in, and then it has the minimize and the maximize, the restore button, and then also the close button. So this is the title bar. Now next is we have the quick access bar. Now the quick access bar is basically this on the top. I don't know if you guys can see this. It has this auto save, it has the save icon, and then it has the undo icon, and when you press this, it will show you all the previous things you've added to the document. And then this drop down will show you what the quick access bar can do. You can create a new document, open, save, email, quick print, like it has all these features. This is basically just this area, which is the quick access bar, and then we shall rewind to the title bar, which is this. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the ribbon. This is where you have your home, you have inserts, you have draw, you have design, you have layout, you have references, and everything in this bar is called the ribbon. This is where you have to play with a lot of features that Microsoft Word has to offer. So before you really create advanced documents, you need to know what each of these sections work for, and then you have also the file. Now, with this tab, you're going to have a lot of other features. We have the font family. You can change the font family here. You can change the font sizes. You can increase font size. You can work with a lot. You can make your documents bold. You can make your document Italian. You can underline it, make it bold, cross it out, You can change the colors. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you can work with here. You can change, that is the alignment. You can do just so many things from here. This is called the ribbon. This is like where the magic happens, and it has so many features that we shall see in the next upcoming tutorials, So it has bullet points. You can number them, all sorts of numbers, and more alignment. So this ribbon also has a lot insert. You can insert cover pages, tables, illustrations, media, videos, links, comments, footer. Like, you literally have everything here. You can do the designs if you want. You can do the drawings if you want. You can change layouts if you want, So this is the magic of this section. Then next we have the document area. The document area is basically this area, the area we are working with, where we are putting our document, Let me just undo this. This is where we put the document. So let me try to add for you a sample document. So let me paste this document here, Sorry, this is because of the previous. So I'm just going to do this and undo it. Yeah. So this is the document area. This is where you're going to work around. You're going to do your writing. You're going to add your documents and everything. It's basically our workstation here. And with our document, you can just come here to view, and then you can view it side by side. You can see this, or you can just make it vertical. This is how we have been in. You see, you can do that. So you're able to see it. If there are so many documents, you're able to be seeing them all here. Let me see. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. When I add so many more words, it brings it side by side. And I'll go back to this. Now, the next feature of Microsoft Word is what we call the rulers. Now, here the rulers are not showing, but if you want the rulers to show, we're going to go to View, and then we are going to check this ruler. And then the ruler is basically this section. So we have the vertical ruler. You can see that. Then we have the horizontal. Sorry, this was the horizontal. And then this is the vertical ruler. You see that? So it basically helps you move and align your document perfectly. Also, the ruler has the margin markers and the indent markers. So margin markers, you can see it's this. There's some space. There's some space from here to here. That is the margin we are talking about. So these rulers help us mark the margin. So to turn off the ruler feature, I'm just gonna uncheck this, and there it goes. Then the next feature of the Microsoft Word is what we call scroll bars. So the scroll bars basically enable you to scroll. As you can see, this is the vertical scrolling, the scroll bar. If you're working, you can scroll up, scroll to, and go through all the different pages. You can see here we only have 2 pages. The more pages you go, the more scrolling you're gonna do. Then the next feature of the Microsoft Word is what we call the status bar. The status bars is, you see these bars that are down. You can see the number of pages you're working with, the number of words you've written so far, how many people are writing in this document. That is, if you're collaborating, it shows the word proofing errors, accessibility is really good. Focus, you're in focus mode. You can click that, and then you can just double click, or you can click here to have all your status bars show. Now, when you're in focus mode, that means you don't want any disturbance. So you're basically working on your document. You see, all other background bars won't. So here you can change the mode, to reading mode. You can change the mode back to that, but we're still in focus mode. So let's go back to our normal mode. And then you have this zoom feature as well. You can zoom your document, or you can zoom down. You see that? So you also need to know how to work with. This is what we call the status bar. It basically shows what is going on in your document. Then also let's talk about the view itself. Now this view, it has so many buttons on how your document can be viewed. You can put it as a one-pager. You can put it into read mode, you can put it into focus mode. So this is basically the view. It has also a lot of features, and that is also something you're going to be using quite a lot. So let me undo this, and then I'll go back to our normal mode. So guys, this is basically the interface of Microsoft Word. If there's something I've missed out, please feel free to write it in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments as well. So for now, this is basically the Microsoft interface, and this is what we are going to be working with. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video.